This is Bharat FM.
बजेगा भारत झूमेगा भारत.
ये है भारत FM.
बजेगा भारत झूमेगा भारत.
Hello, Bharat FM viewers. Welcome back to yet another yummy episode of My Colorful Kitchen, a plate full of stories. The story I have for you today is something I've been waiting for a long time. I have a very, very unique couple with me today. One is Indian and one is Irish. And I am super excited to get to know your life and culinary stories. So let's start, Rahul and Grain, with how did you guys meet?
Interesting. So we guys met online when I was in Dublin doing my masters, and we met online. Then after that, we were like, okay, let's just grab a coffee someday, and we met for a coffee. And after a couple of days, we met again for some drinks and some dinner, and that's how it just carried on. And we had a kind of a nice nice combination in a way, because I was doing my masters in marketing and she was working in a marketing company as well. So we had a kind of been on the same page on certain things, which was really helped us.
Yeah, it was good.
Nice. So, had you ever interacted with anybody else who was Indian, Grain?
Not so much. I knew a couple of people, but no, I hadn't. And like that was something like when we met. Before that, I didn't really know much about each other, so it was kind of interesting to get to know him and learn that side of him as well. Yeah.
Yeah. And had you ever had Indian food?
I've had Irish Indian food.
Okay.
I think I've learned definitely that what I would have considered as Indian food before isn't really Indian food. I've learned a lot. But yeah, I would have had, the kormas and all the rest that comes in
Chicken tikka masala.
Yeah, chicken tikka masala from the takeaways. But outside of that, I didn't have a lot of it at all. So it was interesting.
When we moved here from Bombay, and I'm Punjabi too.
Oh, nice.
So we came to New Jersey. And New Jersey, you get amazing Indian food. And then we moved to Cincinnati, and some of our common friends recommended, oh, try this restaurant or try that restaurant. And we would eat it and be like you said, Irish Indian food, this is like Cincinnati Indian food.
Yeah.
I'm eating it going, this is not Indian food. So, and that's where I think my journey began of creating that Indian food at home for my family. So, what is your favorite Indian dish, Grace?
I would probably say it's kind of a toss up between I love the Gujarati dal which Rahul makes and Bombay aloo. Those are my two. Yeah.
Nice. And which is your favorite Irish dish, Rahul?
Favorite Irish dish. I'd say the Irish breakfast. Yeah, Irish breakfast is the one, definitely. It goes a long way, along with some stew, like lamb stew and all, which is very good. I like the fresh vegetables and the soup and all, which is really good. Yeah, that's a good thing that we get a lot of fresh vegetables in Ireland and can make a nice soup and stews.
Yeah.
Right. So, what kind of food do you guys eat at home?
So I grew up eating, like, I'm Punjabi, but born and brought up in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. So I grew up eating mainly Punjabi food. And on the weekends, we used to have the treats of Gujarati food, like Gujarati dal or curry or maybe khaman dokla and all sorts of things. So I mainly had a Punjabi food while growing up because of my mom. But after I moved over here, it's mainly the Irish food or the takeaway foods and all sorts of things. And what about you?
So I think when I grew up, I had a typical, I suppose, Irish upbringing where a lot of, like, both my parents are working. It's a lot of kind of much quicker, easier meals to make. There was 6 of us in the house, so there was a lot going into one pot at one time. And so I would have had a lot of like meat and vegetables and different dishes like that. But now our family, like our home together is a lot of Indian food, a lot of vegetarian food. Like grew up, I think I was vegetarian for a little while,
Yeah.
but I never stuck to it because I didn't understand all the different options and dishes that were there for vegetarian food. So now we eat a lot of it, but we will still have
some meat,
some meat every now and again as well. Yeah.
So,
It's mainly because like I finish work very early. I
Okay.
usually have long evenings with me, so I tend to cook like maybe so many
He does
lentils
most
and
of the cooking, which is great.
Yeah.
which is handy as
Good.
well, like because we save time and we can have a meal together by the time she comes back.
And interestingly, that he didn't really cook much at all before we met.
Yeah.
So it was it was an early date that we had.
Yeah.
Is he said he was going to cook for me, and he had to ring his mom and find out how to cook.
you know, Grain, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I truly believe cooking is a life skill. It's not
Yeah.
gender specific, and everybody should know how to cook. So yeah,
Definitely.
kudos to
Absolutely,
both
yeah.
of you.
Yeah, no,
Definitely.
absolutely, and that's what happened. Like, after I moved to Dublin for my masters, I went to a few of the Indian restaurants and I asked them, like, can you just make it a bit spicy, like an Indian spicy? And what they did, instead of like a chili powder or green cheese, they put a chili flakes in that. And I was like, okay, that's definitely not spicy. I need to sort myself and I need to like start cooking because I cannot survive the food the way we have over here. So,
Right.
Yeah, I
that's how
remember-
it started.
Whenever we'd find a new place to try, he'd get so excited that there's something, and he'd be like, "Oh, this is going to be great! You have to try this." And then he'd be like, "So disappointing." It's
So
nothing like what it
whenever
should
your
be.
lockdown ends, you should probably actually go meet Chef Miran at Blue.
Yeah, we definitely want
Blue
to.
Haven
Yeah, we
Kings
spoke a
Day.
few times. We spoke a few times on Instagram. Yeah.
Right, and I
Yeah,
keep,
we had
asking
out
him for tips and ideas. So you should probably go to him and ask him to give you that perfect Indian meal.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So how does the crazy Indian Punjabi family fit into your life, Grain? Because we Punjabis are typically crazy people, loud.
Well, this is the thing. So I suppose we got married in August, and because it was
Hi.
You want to introduce yourself? No? Okay, this is Arvan, and he wants to be my little helper today.
Oh, that's
That's
lovely.
brilliant.
Okay, and that's Rahul and Grain, and they are telling me about how they met and what kind of cooking they do at home. Okay? All right. Yeah. Sorry, Grain, go ahead.
No problem. So I suppose we had a lot of, I can't remember what I was saying, sorry, I completely lost my train of
Crazy
thought.
Punjabi family.
Yeah, crazy Punjab, yeah.
Yeah, so because of that, Raul's family were going to come over for the wedding,
Yeah.
but since COVID happened and everything, unfortunately they couldn't. So
Okay.
I have yet to meet my
Yeah.
extended family. So we're hoping that things will improve in the next few months
Yeah.
and we'll be able to get out there soon.
True. Around maybe Christmas time. Let's see.
Yeah, that's our hope. But we do have a lot of video calls and WhatsApp messages going back and forth that definitely make me feel like I'm part of the family for sure. So it's great.
Rahul,
We did
this
our
is
first
your
dance Punjabi song.
Yeah, our first dance was a Punjabi song. So
So,
that's
Rahul, this
what
is your
made-
time to sensitize her to the craziness that can come with Punjabi families.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and that's why I'm preparing. And I think she's all prepared. She's all prepared to like take over the challenge.
So, do you like Indian Bollywood music, Grain?
Well, we don't listen to a lot of
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So do I. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not into too much Bollywood music as well. So
Okay.
Like,
it's just now and then.
We will watch some, but we had kind of we were trying to come up with ways to tie in the like both cultures in the wedding. So one thing we did was our first dance was
Started with like a ball song, and then we went on to
Yeah.
do the Punjabi like Kala Chashma and
Ah.
Moni Ban Ke also things. So it was fun. It was really
it
fun.
was lots of fun, and there was two people who taught us our dance. They came to the wedding and they got everybody up dancing, teaching them some dance moves.
Yeah.
So I
Oh.
had my dad and my uncles and my aunts doing Bollywood dancing, which was great fun. Like,
Oh, it is
I've
great
never
fun.
seen them all dance at a wedding before at the same
Right.
time, so I don't think they had a choice, but it was brilliant. Yeah.
Both of you, what dish have you learned of each other's culture from each other for each other?
Yeah, I think I learned so many good stew and Irish breakfast from her, how to cook, because I was kind of like, when I initially moved, I was trying for the Irish breakfast and all, but I didn't work out well with the sausages and rashers and all. So yeah, definitely she taught me well how to do that. Even the stews, lamb stew, definitely.
Yeah, it's a lot of things that like I personally love doing, like the baking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So But Raul doesn't like the soda bread that we have in Ireland, so he's no interest in learning how to make that one. But I think for me, something that I like, we'd always, when we're cooking together, I do the parathas and things like that just help.
She absolutely loved making parathas. She absolutely loved that.
Do you like
it's nice and
parathas?
relaxing. Yeah.
How did Indian Irish cooking on Instagram happen?
That was a funny thing as well. Go on.
So again, I think it kind of started with the whole long distance family, because Raul's family were kind of interested to see what we were cooking and what we were doing. So we started taking photos, and then I was trying to learn how to make them. So we did a couple of videos at the start that we don't do them anymore, but we did a couple because it was helpful for me to have a recipe, because when it comes to Indian food, it's very much by taste.
Yes.
There's no real recipe to it. It's just throw these things in and see how it tastes and throw some more in. So it's very, very different to how I would have experienced cooking before. So that's how it started. And I had done photography in the past. It's something that my dad does and I'm really interested in. So I started, instead of focusing on doing the videos, instead focusing more on the photos and kind of trying to improve the quality of the photos and experimenting with different things. So that's how it's gotten to where it is. Yeah. And it was kind of a COVID project as well.
Yeah, even initial thing was just like what's on our plate, what we're doing every day, what we're cooking every day.
True.
To like taking nice pictures on for the Instagram or maybe just for the portfolio wise. So yeah, it was nice.
You know, I agree with you. When I have to put a recipe down, because I never cook with measurements as such.
Yeah.
I have to literally go, okay, I put 2 spoons. I put 1 spoon, and then I have to write it down to make sure I have the right recipe on my blog.
Yeah, it doesn't work with Indian food.
That's what happened is when we started doing these videos and we realized we can't put that you're adding 1 spoon of chili, because chances are you're going to taste it and put another one in there.
Exactly.
And we haven't videoed that bit, and then somebody goes and follows it and it doesn't taste the same because it doesn't have the same amount.
And then the photography part, you know, I realized food blogging is so much more than just cooking.
Absolutely,
You know, every time I take a picture, I'm like, okay, now I need to change this, now I need to change that. And I had a friend come over saying, use textures. Then I'll send it to, you know, Miran, and I'll tell him, okay, now what do I do? How do I change it? He give me from there. So it is a lot of hard work to get that blog.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is, I would have had no idea about food styling.
Right.
And that's kind of a huge element. So initially it really was, we had one plate that that was a semi-nice plate that we got because everything was closed during COVID. We couldn't get anything. So we had this one plate and we used it in all our pictures.
Yeah,
and it was just a very basic, this is the dish, this is what it is. Because initially it was all about these different dishes that as Irish people we wouldn't have known about. And then it developed into, you know, pictures of the food, and that's when it changed to I was using more kind of black backgrounds and darker things, but it still looked kind of plain, and then adding in all the different elements to it and stuff. So it's developing all the time. I think I'm always learning new things with that.
It's still a long way to like.
Funny story is I have so much crockery, but now I realize none of them is photo friendly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It has to be very specific. I'm still on the hunt for like a nice black plate, like a round plate. I just can't find one anywhere. But yeah.
Right. I totally hear you. I'm like, okay. And then, you know, just to take that one photograph, I have 4 dirty dishes.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
And
So
all
guys,
the spoons, and like you've rewashed it again because you spilt it up the side or something. No, always,
yeah, it's a beautiful learning. So it keeps going, I guess.
Definitely.
So tell us a little about the fusion dish that you're going to teach us today.
So this is something that I suppose you asked us about doing something fusion, which we haven't done before.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about something that I love that we cook together would be the aloo parathas. Yeah. And when it came to it, I was like, you know, Irish people eat a lot of potatoes as well. Indian people also eat a lot of potatoes. So it would be a good way to combine both.
Yeah.
And then Boxty and pancakes is something that think I've only ever had once or twice before, and I've never made them before. So I decided to kind of take on a challenge and develop this recipe. So using Boxty pancakes are made with grated potatoes and a mashed potato with flour and buttermilk. But instead of using just the plain mashed potato, I wanted to use the aloo paratha stuffing. So it's very adaptable that everybody can change it, because whatever you do for your aloo parathas, you can put in. It's not kind of a hard, fast rule. So
exactly, you can balance the spices, you can balance the flavors. Like some people like mint or something like that in the aloo paratha stuffing.
Who doesn't love aloo? Who doesn't like aloo paratha? And who doesn't like savory pancakes? So
exactly,
perfect, right, Arman? Somebody's getting hungry here.
Good.
Yes, really.
Yeah, we love our parathas, especially aloo parathas. They are addictive and fattening and amazing. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm excited. So I will meet you in a few minutes in the kitchen. Let's go.
Perfect. Yep.
Welcome into my kitchen, Rahul and Grain.
Thank you.
So yeah, I have everything ready, and you asked me to have some boiled potatoes handy with me. So here I have a little tip for our viewers. I get a lot of these ready-to-use mashed potatoes, and all you have to do is add water to them, and they give you that perfect texture that you need for boiled potatoes. Use any brand you like, anything. All you need to do is measure it out, put water, make it as soft as you want. Go,
that's really
1 or 2 spoons at a time.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so 1 cup of potatoes, you said?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to go with 3/4 and then add some water to it. So that will increase the quantity of it. Okay. Yeah, the best part about Indian cooking is the eyeballing part. You can just throw stuff in. Just give this a minute. Can I use my hands to mash?
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
Easier, right? Especially aloo paratha, you cannot do it with a spoon. Okay, so this is a little hard. We'll add some more water. So you see that, viewers? It's just like your potatoes.
That's brilliant. Yeah.
Right? Pretty neat. No boiling, no peeling, no hassle.
Yeah, I've never used that before. That looks easier.
I use them for aloo parathas. I use them for potato cutlets. Anything that doesn't need a particular shape or a mash, go for it.
Yeah. That's good.
Okay.
That's really good.
What do I do next?
Yeah.
Okay, so next we're gonna add the carom seeds.
Carom seeds.
Ajwain, yeah.
Ajwain. And again, this is to taste.
Yep.
Yes. So it's roughly kind of 1 to 2 spoons of just about everything to taste.
Okay. So ajwain, which is the carom seeds. I'm adding ginger grated.
Yeah.
Yep.
Salt to taste.
Salt to taste. Yeah.
Am I adding all this as per just these potatoes, or also keeping in mind the grated potatoes that we're going to add?
So for everything.
Everything.
You want
So
your
I can
stuff
add a
to
little
be
more salt.
a bit spicier, a bit saltier, everything. Yeah.
All right. So I've got onions,
Coriander,
cilantro, dhania, and green chilies.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Okay. Then we put in our garam masala.
Yeah.
Yes.
Red chili powder.
Perfect.
So viewers, you do know Indian cooking doesn't really have too much of measurement, but I will go ahead and add the measurements that Greg sent to me before to make sure you don't forget what needs to be added. But that's the best part about Indian cooking. You leave anything out, you add it, you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be good. But I think you've got everything there so far.
True. What do I do next?
So now what I would do is I'd mix it all together, just get your hands in there. And at this point, I'd taste it just to make sure it's got that good kick to it. And thinking about the fact that you will be adding more.
I'm smelling the aloo paratha-ness in it.
Yeah.
And that's what's good about this part is, whatever way you make them yourselves, you can do it that way.
Yeah.
It's quite
Okay.
versatile.
Okay, let's give it a taste. Tastes good so far.
Yep, that's perfect.
Perfect. So here we add in the grated potatoes.
Okay.
So the tip with the potatoes is when you grate them, you can put them in some water and then strain it through the cloth.
So
'Cause
I
otherwise
just
they'll turn kind of purple.
grated them right before we
Perfect.
Okay.
started making it, and I drained out the water. Is that fine?
That's
Yeah,
perfect.
that's
Yeah,
perfect.
that's brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect. So add that in.
Okay. So that was 1 cup, and this is 1 potato grated,
Yep, pretty much. Yeah.
and it's a medium to large.
Yeah.
Okay. What do I do next?
So next would be your flour and baking soda, bread soda.
So I have about 1 cup measured out here. So all of
Yeah,
it.
so all of it. Just throw it all in with your baking soda. So it's roughly like 1 cup boiled potato, 1 cup grated, 1 cup flour is kind of the general measurements. Yeah.
Okay. And how much baking soda do I put in?
So 1 spoon.
1 spoon?
teaspoon.
Yeah, 1 teaspoon will do.
1 teaspoon. Okay.
Yes.
Baking soda. What next?
So now mix it again with your hands, mix it all the way through. Make sure everything's coated in the
Yeah.
flour there.
So how many pancakes does this approximately make?
It probably makes about 10 to 12.
10 to 12, yeah.
You know, and they're kind of the smaller size, not like the crepe size
Yeah.
pancakes. Yeah.
Do you think I need to add in any more masalas, or we taste that later and we can add it in then?
So this would be the only part where you'd be able to taste it, really, I would say.
Yeah.
So what I'm seeing, I'm feeling I need to add a little more
A little bit
salt.
green, salty and chili powder maybe.
Yeah, and the chaat masala maybe.
Yeah.
Thank you, Irfan. I still have my helper here with me. Trying hard to be silent.
Doing good job.
He's all
I
excited for
chaat
the food.
masala. I'm sorry.
He's all excited for the food.
Oh, always. You know, every time we record, there are times, I mean, thankfully, none of my viewers have noticed, and I hope now they don't go back to the videos to check. I have seen food just vanishing on the side because it's ready and I'm done tasting. And I can see I'm still talking to my guests and it's gone.
Yeah. That reminds me of like the way as a kid we used to do, like if there's any guest in the home, the mom will put all the snacks and all the sweets, and
Yeah.
the moment the guest tried to go to the gate, and we just like stayed there taking the sweets and all.
Funny story from my childhood. So my mom once made gulab jamuns, and she claims she made 80 gulab jamuns. Now I don't think my brother and I were such gluttons, but you never know. And she says the guests came home and she opened the box to give them gulab jamuns, and there were only 4 left.
Oh.
So yes, we've always been foodies.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my buttermilk. Does that go in now?
Yeah. Add that through. Just stir it through. It'll be. You might need a little bit more of the milk. Sometimes I find, depending on the flour and everything, it might need a little bit more. But just pour it all in there. Yeah.
Okay, so Grain, I'm going to be honest. I kind of cheated. You told me to get buttermilk, and I did not remember to bring that in. So this is my yogurt and milk mixed together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe you can also do milk with a pinch of lemon in it, and that turns into buttermilk.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. So it is.
Yeah, remember to get the buttermilk.
Yeah, I know sometimes like I've never used a buttermilk alternative like that because I always have to go and get it, and I'm always afraid of doing it myself. But definitely,
Yeah.
it
I was
does
like,
work.
you know,
A
I
lot of
think-
people do it. Yeah.
I thought the substitution will pass. Okay, what am I looking like for a proper
Keep going.
pancake?
So you want it to be like a drop kind of consistency.
The best thing is after this, I don't have to make separate lunch. This becomes
Yeah.
lunch.
Definitely.
A little more, right?
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
more. You're nearly there. You'll almost see the milk on its own, and the stuffing is just a little bit there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that
getting
looks-
there. Yeah, that looks very nice.
That looks right.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's good.
Is this batter going to thicken up with time, or does it stay the same?
Really, no.
Well, we've only just cook it right away. We don't like let it sit for long.
We can definitely store it, but once we cook, like
once they're cooked, you can store them in the fridge for a day or so, and you can heat them up on the pan again.
Does this look good?
Yeah, that looks perfect. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to make space here and bring in my gas. I love how two cultures can bring in so much flavor.
Absolutely, and that's what I think we're thinking about creating something fusion long back, and we are like, okay, I can do one thing as I can take Indian perspective on the Irish breakfast, and that was the one thing we thought. And that was something Ronja suggested that okay, we can do maybe Boxty kind of a thing, which is aloo paratha. Yeah.
Okay, why is this thing giving me a hard time today? Just a second. See, I need my technician around. For me.
It's good to have. Good to have.
Okay, so this thing is heating up, and this gas does pretty fast, so we should be okay.
Yeah, so you want it to be kind of a medium heat, with a bit of oil on there, and just like regular pancakes, you're gonna let it cook. You'll see it start to bubble a little bit at the top, and then you can flip them over.
Okay. I'm really excited. Okay. And you know what? I think I'm going to just go ahead and it's not got any meat or anything. So I'm just going to taste the salt for a minute. It's good. I think we can put some more red chili.
Yeah.
I'm adding some more red chili to it.
Go for it.
You know, I almost wanted to say I'll add some chili flakes, but then I kept quiet after Rahul. Some chili flakes.
Yeah, it's kind of a cheat to put a chili flakes in Indian food. Like I just absolutely don't like it.
Yeah, true.
But it's still a great substitute. Like you can still work on it.
We do use it sometimes, though.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Okay.
Especially for our
A
pasta.
little drizzle of oil. Okay, I think it's medium hot. Should I go ahead and?
Yeah, go for it. So you want to put like 2 or 3 on there.
2 or 3 small ones, or?
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Just make sure you've got a bit of space just to be able to flip it. Because if you fill the pan, you can't flip them very well.
I should not have started in the center. Oh, I messed up. That's okay. It'll come off.
Yeah.
I'll just wait for this lot to be done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have probably started on the sides.
Yeah, that would be fine though. So it would work well.
No, it took me a few times. The first time I did it, like I put it, there was like 4 or 5 in the pan, and then I went to flip it, and I was like, I can't do this.
Hey, snowman, it's okay.
Exactly.
Snowman, we'll be okay.
An Indian Irish snowman, it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, I see those bubbles popping here.
Yeah. Sorry, wait, it'll start to. Yeah, and because the inside of it will still be like a little bit, I suppose, kind of gooey almost. Like I would describe it as kind of like stodgy. It's very like heavy carb filled food, and it has that kind of like real thickness to it.
So I slowed the flame down a little. I lowered it down. So we make sure that potato is cooked through the boiled one. Yeah. Okay. So I'm hoping my pan is behaving and it's going to let go. Yes, it is. So if it's not made a aloo paratha style, what exactly is a boxty pancake, Grin?
So it is just plain mashed potato with your grated potato. So it would have been kind of, it's called poor man's bread is another way that it's been called before. So it's what would have been used at all meals, you know, when there wasn't so much bread available, people were having all the potatoes.
And is there any other flavoring that goes into it traditionally other than salt?
No, traditionally that's it. Yeah. Okay. Irish food traditionally, I think, can be that little.
You know, this is kind of reminding me of our besan chila.
Exactly. Yeah, that was the initial thought of me as well. Yeah.
So does she know what a besan chilla is?
No.
No, no,
Okay.
no.
So gram flour, besan, with
Oh,
what you
yeah.
make your dhoklas,
Yeah.
that is okay.
Yeah.
It's
It's similar to the batter we make for the pakoras, and you put it in a
yeah,
pan
what
and
you use for pakoras or kadhi.
Okay.
you put it in a pan like a pancake.
It's coming
It's
to this
even known as like a vegan pancakes and all.
Exactly. So what we do is usually when people are looking to eat healthy as well, kind of the same thing, and you can make a pancake out of it.
Yeah. It tastes really good as well with all the spices and flavors inside.
Yeah, exactly. And you can pump it with veggies, and it becomes a
Yeah.
really healthy meal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Sounds
And
good.
unless you fry it and make it into pakoras, then it's not healthy.
I'd say you could maybe
it?
flip those.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Broke away on its own. Wow. So they look nice. And what do you eat them with? Chutney, ketchup, the normal
You
Indian
can have
stuff?
ketchup, you can have mint chutney, or maybe
You can have it
yogurt.
with yogurt.
We can have it yogurt or a cup of chai as well.
Do I need to press it down, or that was not needed?
No,
Fine,
it's
yeah.
fine. You can. Like
Yeah.
this is the thing. Like it's very it's kind of a very old recipe that you can do what you want with it.
Yeah.
It is very different to how a traditional boxy would be anyway. So it doesn't matter how you want
You
to
know,
do
the
it
funny
now.
story is, while doing these shows, I have realized I use the spoon too much. There have been many times I've had guests tell me, don't mix it, don't move it. You're so used to doing
That's
that.
what I do as well. He's always like, you don't need to stir it. I'm like, it's fine. It's not doing any harm if I'm stirring it, but obviously it does.
Yeah, it takes
True.
longer time to cook them. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it is smelling very nice. That I can assure you.
That's good. Yeah, look really nice as well.
Yeah.
They look
that's
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just making sure I cook that aloo. Yes. Is it time to taste?
Yeah, I think it's time to taste.
Yeah. I am going to bring in my little taster here today with me. So Arvan is going to join me in tasting this. Will you, Arvan?
Yes.
Come here. Okay, guys, I will get a better picture for our viewers for our flyer. But in the meantime, Arvan, come join me. Come here.
Try not to get burned.
Yeah, don't get burned. We can turn that off. I always make sure to mention to my viewers it's a yummy episode because I get to taste everything in the end.
Definitely.
Smells good? Smells like
Yeah.
aloo paratha? Does it? Better? Good. It's very hot. You want to foo it? It's an aloo paratha in my mouth. Absolutely. Right? Is it like aloo paratha?
This is not Indian.
It's not Indian. It is Indian. This is reminding me of the new trend that's been going on nowadays of my camera seems to be getting my side table in. That's fine. Of the liquid dough parathas that are going on right now. Have you seen that trend?
No.
No.
No,
Not really,
I
no.
haven't.
So it's atta that is made into a dough like this
Okay.
and then spread. And of course, there's a science behind it. It does come up. But now I'm realizing, had they done this to it, it would go to another level.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
it is
has-
so good, guys.
it's kind of like it's very, I suppose, soft inside and kind of
Yeah.
mushy almost inside of it, but it's got the
Yeah.
crispy layer on the outside, so it's good.
We were even
Yeah.
like thinking of other way of like maybe trying and changing it. We were like, we make a masala dosa batters. So instead of the aloo paratha batter, we can use the masala dosa batter with all the other grated potatoes and the flour and all, and it might be kind of a different texture and different flavor as well.
It's very, very tasty. It's amazing, and it's a great. Actually, I would give this recipe out to our bachelors as well, bachelor viewers or single people out there, because it's an aloo paratha.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
very easy.
It's very easy,
So
yeah.
convenient, easy to make.
Yeah.
And I also, another tip, this gas is very, very powerful. So I had to be quick, but I'm thinking on your regular gas, if you're patient and you flip it, be patient again, you will have a very crispy paratha.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely,
Right?
definitely.
Or
And you don't have to make the
as
dough
I
and all.
call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's good. It's good.
What handle can our viewers follow you on, guys?
Sorry.
What Instagram or Facebook handle, which social media handle can our viewers follow you on?
Oh yeah, our social media page.
Yeah, so it's at Irish_Indian_cooking.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
Yeah,
On Instagram,
yeah. That's
And
where
that is how I got to know you guys as well. I have food lovers, all of us here. Thank you so much, guys, for taking your time to come on my show.
Thank you so
Bharat
much.
FM viewers, I have another news for you. This would be our last episode for this season. After that, we'll take a 2-week break and we'll be back with more local foods. And when I say local foods, it could be local people. It could be anybody you probably wanted to learn a recipe from. Send me a message and I'll try to bring them on this show and maybe they would share their recipes with us. And the whole theme of the new show is going to be to make recipes like Rahul and Rain shared with us, something that's made in your home that we can replicate and it's easy to make. No rocket science.
Thank you so much, Aparna.
Thank you so much, guys. You can follow Bharat FM and My Colorful Kitchen on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. And I will see you guys next season. Thank you so much, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
This is Bharat FM.
बजेगा भारत झूमेगा भारत
ये है भारत FM.
बजेगा भारत झूमेगा भारत